Hello and namaste.
This is a video on how to make monoatomic gold from regular gold and ORMUS from 8 different metals. This is only going to show how to make monoatomic gold, but it's the same process if you use the 8 different other metals for ORMUS. And it's the best way, it's the alchemic way to make monoatomic gold, and there's no better way to make it. So this is the best product.
This ORMUS is way stronger and way higher in potency.
In concentration as the ORMUS that is made out of dead seawater. So it's way stronger. So now we're taking distilled water and placing it in a glass jar. Always use a glass jar, never use anything else. We put a couple of crystals in it to make it more crystalline, the water, and but it's distilled water. So now we're using sodium chloride, so normal table salt, but always buy it at a pharmacy store. Don't use normal salt because there are different other chemicals in it that we don't want in the solution. This is an older video taken in German just for showing how to make it. But we now process it as at a little lab at a friend of ours. So he makes it for us, and so it's total professional made now. But this is just to show how to make it. It's the same process, just that he uses a little bit different equipment, more professional equipment. So now he's putting the gold in. Sorry, I am putting the gold in. So, but this is all in German, so that's why I'm subtitling it. And we're located in Germany too. So I hope my English isn't too bad. So now always wear safety gloves. And
See you at part 2.
hello, this is the second part of how to make monoatomic gold and monoatomic ORMUS. Now we're putting the safety gloves on, always very important. And we have the gold in the water. And with the process of the previous video. And now we're taking acid, hydraulic acid in English. This is a German video, so that's why I'll put these things in the description. And there's a link to our online shop too. And now we need in German Wasserstoffperoxid. In English, that's hydrogen peroxide. And you need 30%. Less than 30% is not going to work. And with the hydrochloric acid, you need the highest percentage that you can get to. And now you put a little bit in there. It's called a cold fire. And the chemical words are in the books, the old books where it's described how to make it. Always take a little bit of safety precaution. Wear your goggles because right now it's not so much happening, but normally if the salt is already completely in the water, it's gonna bubble. So later on it bubbled very much. And now pretty much you take the hydrogen peroxide and put it onto the solution, a little bit like 1 spoon to 2 spoons, and that every 2 hours till the gold completely dissolves in the solution. And now we're putting a little bit more on. At the beginning you can put in a little bit more so that the cold fire starts, and later on you use only 1 to 2 spoons. So again, for those that didn't see the first video, you can purchase the monoatomic gold and monoatomic ORMUS in our online store. And we have worldwide shipping, free. So, and pretty good prices on it because we make it ourselves. We have now a friend of ours that has a little lab, and he makes it now with very much more professional equipment, but the process is the same. He just uses other jars and so on, and it's the best way of making monoatomic gold and monoatomic ORMUS alchemically. So this is the chemical way to make it, and now you see that it's starting to a little bit bubble, and later on it's gonna bubble the whole time through, and it takes a couple of weeks till it's completely dissolved. Now later on, this is used. It's called in English sodium hydroxide solution. Hello, this is part 3 of how to make monoatomic gold and monoatomic ORMUS. Now you can see that the gold is already pretty much dissolved into the water, and or the acid with the water salt, and now we're putting hydrogen peroxide in English because it's a German video. So hydrogen peroxide we're putting on it. Now it's bubbling, and this is what breaks the gold down into little clusters of atoms, and later on we're going to break it up more. Hello, this is the 4th video of how to make monoatomic gold and monoatomic ORMUS. Now in the previous videos we dissolved the gold with acid and with hydrogen peroxide, and now we put all the solution into a stainless steel bucket, and it has to be stainless steel, nothing else, because the solution would dissolve it. And before you put it in, you have to neutralize the acid with sodium hydroxide solution. And so you put sodium hydroxide in, and then you measure the pH of the solution till it's 10.75. It can't go over 10.75, and if it's below 10.75, 0.75, it's not going to work. It's not going to break up the atoms of the gold that are still like 20 to 30 atoms to be monoatomic, so just one atom with no bond. So you measure the pH, and then if you look at the solution in the stainless steel bucket, it's violet, and this is already so the violet color is already gold, but it's colloidal gold or colloidal gold, kolloidales Gold in German, Gold, also kolloidales Gold. So it's still like 5 to 10 atoms, maybe 20 atoms together in clusters. And to make it monoatomic, we have to break it down further. So now we boil it um, for about a day or two, and then we put it into acid again. The same process as the earlier videos, and then we use sodium hydroxide solution and boil it again for a couple of days, and then we put it into acid again, and then boil it again, and then acid, and every time you use the acid, you always use hydrogen peroxide with it, and then you put it into the steel bucket again and use sodium hydroxide, and then you can do this every week. So you put it in there, and then you put it in sodium oxide again, and then in acid, and you do this so long till you don't see any violet or red color anymore, because monoatomic gold is completely white. But before it's dry, it gets black first. So at first, if it's not violet but black, and then you dry it and it's white, then it's finished. Hello, this is the 5th video of how to make ORMUS, monoatomic ORMUS and monoatomic gold. Now we did this process several times, and now you see in the bucket the violet color. This is colloidal gold still, and but with monoatomic gold. And now we have it in we have the put in acid again, and are putting peroxide, hydrogen peroxide on top of it. And now you can see in the white area, it's pretty much white already. There are a couple of black spots in it before it gets red, and then it gets purple, then it gets black, and then it starts getting white every time when you dry it, and then it's white. And this is already pretty much everything monoatomic gold. Only a little bit of not finished monoatomic gold. So this process, we're going to do it a couple of times over, like maybe 2 or 3 times, and then we have complete monoatomic gold. But this is pretty much everything monoatomic gold, what you can see already.